She was just trying to get extra $30 for her hair. Going off one of the questions off Twitter, we then ask ourselves, what role does economic empowerment, sustainability, and economic wealth for our community? How does that play a role in eradicating things like HIV, AIDS, and advocating for social justice issues? A panelist who has not spoken as much. Yeah, well, I mean, some of them are directing to specific people, not all of them are. So come on, Tyler.
It's a lot that I have to say because but it's not going to take that long. I've been listening to a lot, and you're talking about economics and how we feel when we start making it. And what a lot of us tend to do, and as someone, what I did a few years ago was I retired from the human race. I stopped racing with you. And I started observing you. And what I have come to realize is we keep crying equality, but we don't want equality. What we want is to be able to turn around and put the next person down and not be held accountable for it. And when we're dealing with and we talk about black gay men, and we talk about the white privilege, we also have to talk about male privilege. Because in the sense of male privilege, that is why a lot of us trans women, and a lot of women on a whole, end up in the places that we end up. That's why we are subjugated to experience the experiences that we experience, because people put us in those realms. And we try to stay there, and we justify it. We need to stop justifying and making excuses for the things that we do. We need to start turning around and realizing that if I make it, then I'm supposed to turn around and try to help my community raise themselves. Not turn around and tell you, and then we come to this question of tough love. Because a lot of people talk about tough love, but it's not tough love. You're just too lazy to turn around and hold somebody else's hand. And that's where we need to start going. So when it comes to people, us making it, we make it and we forget where we came from. We forget what we experienced, and we do not realize that there's so many others looking up to us, and they are now trying to pattern their lives after us, and then we close them off. Let's speak about mental stability, mental health. I believe that everyone in this room should see a therapist, not your Facebook friend. We go to Facebook, we talk about all these things, but what we're not realizing is we need to be able to talk to someone that's going to be objective. That's not going to judge us. That's not going to hold us down. We, all of us, gay men, MSN, and let me tell you something about the MSN. 1 second. If you have the right to identify as a man who sleeps with men and not as a gay man, I have a right to be a transgender woman no matter what I do in my bedroom. You get that? So let's talk about it. All the money that you make, you're making it, you're doing it, great, congratulations. But what are you doing to help the one behind you? What are you doing to help Melania get her hair done? What are you doing to help Misha get the things that she needs done? What are you doing to help Patrick promote his films and become a better man? Why do we just sit around and talk about each other? Put each other down? Because we're comfortable and we can pay for an apartment in Harlem, in the Upper East Side or something like that. So we take that and we use it against each other. Just stop.